Captain Save-A-Beard. I really like this company's name and theme and branding. I've never really seen anything like it in the beard product industry, at least that I could think of off the top of my head. So today, we're going to take a look at Captain Save-A-Beard, go over their beard products, tell you what I think is everything you should know, my experience, my opinion, some feedback for the company since it is a review, and I want to hear from you guys. What questions, what experiences do you have? And we'll kind of get into all those details. If that sounds like a plan, please hit that thumbs up. Speaking of plan, my name is Dan, and I want to say thank you guys for checking out this review today. At any time, leave a comment down below. I get back to every single comment. So, getting into this, aside from the theme and the colors that pop immediately, this is a company that I'd not really heard much about. I didn't really hear many comments or suggestions, and so I'm excited to be able to tell you guys about them because I love seeing new companies come out on the scene. And new, I mean new to like you guys, right? To many of us because we haven't heard of them. I believe they launched in the spring of 2021. I believe they're out of Las Vegas, and they have a good line of beard products. I think it's just 1 cent at this time. So it'll be cool and interesting to see how they expand and grow with that in the future. And we're just going to kind of jump into it. First off, they have a beard oil, and the beard oil goes for $17.99 on their website. Smack dab market average. This is small batch. They make these in small batches. They make them themselves. They're very proud of it. They have a good About Us section with their mission and some information on the website. So check that one out if you guys want to learn a little bit more than what I covered today. But $17.99 for this oil here. I just used it this morning, so I got a little bit on the edge. And this oil, I would say, is a medium thick viscosity. Even with the ingredients, I'm like, I'm not quite sure how it got to be that medium thick, but it is a medium thick viscosity, maybe between medium and medium thick. It's got a straight up clear carrier blend on here. Not much yellow or golden. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but sometimes you guys want to know these things. And listen to this ingredient list and tell me if something stands out to you before I give the answer. And that is fractionated coconut oil, jojoba oil, almond oil, argan oil, onion oil, rosemary oil, lavender oil, and clove and lemon oil. So the last ones there being the fragrances, right? The scents, the smells that make this smell so nice. Yeah, onion oil. Now, I've done a Carrier Oils 101 on onion oil. It's very popular in India and other countries in the world, and I've never, to my knowledge, right? I always say these things to people like, Dan, 4.5 years ago, to my knowledge, I've never used a blend. I've worked with onion oil by itself. It stinks on its own, but I've never worked with it in a blend, so I was really excited. I was a little bit nervous, really excited. I do not smell onions in this at all. I don't smell it in my beard. I don't smell it in the bottle. I think this company did a really good job of picking the different fragrances to kind of work with the onion. I don't want to say mask it, but work with it because I don't smell it at all. So again, good carrier blend, and I love the properties of onion oil. If you want to go check out that Carrier Oils 101 video, there's a lot of really good information in there and why it is popular in other parts of the world, but it can be a challenge. But for your skin and hair, it's got a lot of good qualities to it. And then we see all the hitters in here, argan and sweet almond, and jojoba, right? The good ones. Really good oil. Makes my beard feel good, makes my beard look great. There was nothing negative about it. It was that kind of medium thick viscosity where it didn't absorb right away, but it also lasted a little bit longer throughout the day. So good stuff on here. Was it revolutionary? Was it like, oh my gosh, onion oil changed everything? No, I didn't notice it in that way, but that's okay. Not everything has to be revolutionary. Different isn't always better. This one just straight up worked and did a good job. Now that scent profile that we're talking about here, this is the only one that I could find on the website, and they have rosemary, lavender, clove, and lemon. Now, I don't like clove at all. I'm trying. Other things I've come around to, like pine, I love with a passion now. I was on it before, or even like sandalwood. Used to hate, now it's less hate. Clove is still up there on the hate for me. In this one though, I definitely get some clove. It's almost like a spiced citrus, right? If you guys know what I mean, if you get like an orange with clove, you get that kind of pairing in there, and then the lavender comes through in a beautiful, beautiful way. But I definitely get the lemon. I definitely get the clove. The lavender is a star of the show. The rosemary, I don't pick up too much, but that would definitely be the lightest scent out of these guys. So really good, and I am enjoying this one here. I would love to see that scent profile develop more and more as they release new stuff in the future. I don't know how challenging that onion oil might be, but it's got some great properties. Again, go check out that Carrier Oils 101. I do recommend that oil. Zero bad experiences at all. Now, and I don't have Sam on this one, guys, because it is that only 1 cent. It is kind of just basic, and it's tough when you do a full review, and then she's just like, yeah, I just want to talk about the 1 cent. So Sam likes it too. It's not a love of hers. It's not a hate of hers. She likes it. All right, the next things that we have would be the butter, and then we'll kind of go from there. Now, this butter is interesting. When I picked it up, I was like, woo, that is light. It almost has the vibes and feel and characteristics of a whipped butter, and it works very well. My beard really, really, really likes this. Now, if you told me, Dan, there's only one product you can keep from this company, it's usually the oil, and I do like the oil, but I'm gonna keep the butter because it's so unique. Now, here is the Carrier blend on this one. Mango butter, shea butter, cocoa butter, and then jojoba, vitamin E, rosemary, lavender, clove, and lemon. That same scent profile right on here. Again, very lightweight. Now, one suggestion to the company, since this is a review, if you notice on here, it has 2 fluid ounces. So I would suggest that you would look into changing this to measured by weight. If we look at like the FDA and cosmetic laws and stuff, if it's a semi-solid or a semi-viscous thing, which a butter or a jelly or anything like that would fall under the category of, you want to measure it by weight. Filling it by fluid ounces or filling it by volume is not going to be the same. Essentially, if it's a whipped butter, you're introducing more air in there, so it takes less product to fill up a certain area. This one, I would say just simply look into it. I never tell people they're right or wrong. That would be my suggestion if it was man-to-man, like, Dan, what can I do? I would look at measuring it by weight and possibly changing these containers. I have a feeling they're gonna need to be a little bit bigger to fill in 2 ounces of weight with this butter, but it's a fantastic butter, and I'm excited for some of you to try it. All right, beyond there, they do have a leave-in conditioner. Now, I am not a leave-in conditioner guy, so I did not review this one because I didn't think it was fair. There's a lot of people that like leave-in conditioners, and it suits their beard. It fits with them really, really well. It just doesn't work as much for mine, right? In certain cultures, like a black man's culture, this is a staple, right? You can talk about the LOC method versus the LCO method and all the different strategies out there. I fully recommend this if it's something that you are looking into and you like leave-in conditioner because the ingredients check out really well. I do have a small concern that I'm going to share when I talk about these ones, and it does kind of relate to this. But when we're talking about clean ingredients for a leave-in, this one does really good, and this would be the closest thing to like a beard butter with it still being a leave-in, but super close to a beard butter. There is organic aloe vera juice. Now keep that in mind because that is a water-based product. Avocado oil, mango butter, rosehip oil, olive oil, sunflower oil, conditioning emulsifier. Some of these ingredients don't mix well, so you got to get something in there mechanically or chemically to make sure they mix so you don't have just like oil and butter and water and those things separated. Kosher vegetable glycerin, jojoba, vitamin E, tamanu oil, and rosemary oil. So this is close. It's not a butter, but it definitely is on that close track, and you don't see a lot of the synthetic ingredients that you commonly see in leave-in conditioners. So that's pretty exciting. I do not recommend getting this down to the skin though. Try to keep it to the hair if you can. And then the last 2 that we're gonna go over would be their beard shampoo and their beard softener, aka beard wash, aka beard conditioner. Now, the top on my wash did bust open. I think this was just in shipping, you know, just the mail gets crazy sometimes, but cool little method here. Their wash is one that is that kind of clear gel based. I think there has like a little bit of kind of brown color to it, but it's not like the creamy base of washes, just so you guys are wondering that are out there. And the ingredients. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. Water, right? It's a wash. You gotta have water there. African black soap, sweet almond oil, argan oil, jojoba oil, avocado oil, castor oil, vitamin E oil, rosemary oil, lavender oil, clove oil, lemon, and peppermint oil. So they had a little bit of peppermint in here. So with the wash, it worked well. It did feel stripping to me. Now, I don't know if that's because of the African black soap, so I would be curious what their pH level was on this, and it worked well. This is something that I enjoyed in my beard. If somebody was like, hey, Dan, I have this. Are you concerned about it hurting my beard? No, not at all. The only concern that I have is that there's not a preservative on here. I believe that a water-based product should always have a preservative. It does have vitamin E oil. Vitamin E can act like a preservative, but it's not actually, especially when it comes to water-based. I firmly believe, and there's natural ones. If you want to pursue natural preservatives, they don't last quite as long as some of the other ones, but they will absolutely do a good job of keeping it. If it's water and it's sitting in a shower that gets warm and then cold, you want to try to have a preservative in there. With my thoughts and feelings, that's my only thing with the leave-in as well. I would recommend getting a preservative, because if something gets mold and then, there's that can lead to a lot of trouble. Same kind of deal for the conditioner here, you guys. Worked very well. I just worry about the longevity and the shelf life of this. The ingredients here: water, aloe vera, mango butter, coconut oil, sunflower, raw honey. That was really cool. An a conditioning emulsifier, vegetable glycerin, vitamin E, and then the scents that we have in there. So this did work really well. I actually used all 3 of these today for this video, and then tonight I'll go back in with the butter as well. But they do work really well. Just a couple of small tweaks that I could recommend out there, and maybe this video's like, shoot, you know what, you're right, man, and they go to look, and if not, that's okay too. Some people are adamantly against things like preservatives, and they just don't want that in there. My advice is, if you get these products, just use them up quickly, don't baby them, because there's a chance they could go bad. But dude, really cool company. Love the branding, love the theme. They have a fantastic Instagram. I highly encourage you guys to go check out their Instagram if you have it. Right on this channel, you never have to buy, you never have to pay. But if companies are on the channel and you do want to support, there's free ways to support, like checking out their website, like following them on social media, leaving comments to say, hey man, thanks for being on Dan's channel. It was really cool to learn about you. All that stuff makes a positive difference for everybody. So thank you guys for watching today. Let me know if you've tried this. Let me know the questions you have. Let me know the thoughts you have. If you order it, let us know how that goes. Keep us posted, guys. Dan C. Bearded. Please stay bearded and stay positive.